Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we declared war on England over the last two counties in Wales that we don't already control. Our vassal in here has a strong claim on the duchy, and that's going just fine, but we do have another little problem, which is that the Fatimids down here have decided that they want Jerusalem back, which obviously we don't want to allow to happen. So this is the Shia Jihad for Jerusalem. Other Shia rulers will be able to join. The Fatimids themselves have only about 21,000 troops, which is fewer than we have raised right now, I think. It's about the same as we have raised. But we do have the Kaiser and the King of Aquitaine on our side, so I think we should be able to handle it relatively easy. The question is whether we can handle both of these wars at the same time, or whether we should abandon our war against England, because I think we could get a white peace now. Get out of this relatively unscathed, lose some prestige, and then just focus on Jerusalem. But I think I'm going to be greedy and try to do both. We do have an extra ace in the hole in the form of the two holy orders that we vassalized, which we can raise for a very much reduced piety cost, though actually we don't have enough piety right now to raise both of them. We're not too far off and we're gaining 2 a month, so we'll be able to do that and no monthly upkeep. So we'll be able to raise them to help us out. We have our strong allies. I think we'll be okay, and I think also that we can afford to ignore Jerusalem for the time being and finish this war with England first. So let's hope I'm right about that. Let's also stop taking attrition here and move some troops out. England, of course, has their army in the mountains there, so we want to avoid attacking them. I think this 6k here is maybe a bit dangerous, though. Well, this is hills, so if they want to attack us in there, we'll let them. Keep our fleet together, because we're going to need it to transport troops. Aquitaine doing stuff, good. And there's a new Duke of Galloway. Okay. Ooh, he's strong and he's an organizer and an inspiring leader. Probably be appointing him as a commander if we can. And King Patrick is trying to revoke things and has caused another civil war, which is unfortunate for him, but probably not a big deal. It's only the single duchy here. Okay, so England is heading in to attack my 6k here. Let's make sure we have good leaders in charge, and prepare for the battle. I think we... I don't want to break off this siege because it's so close. We'll just leave barely enough to continue the siege. We'll maybe leave about 2,500 actually, not split in half. And reinforce with all of the rest. So they're going to be here on the 23rd. We'll allow this to happen. We have hills. We have our reinforcements on the way in. They're going to be here. Aquitaine also sending troops, apparently. Both going to be there on the 1st of March. It's fine by me, so this should be an easy battle. Plus we finish the siege, but we don't have enough to siege the next holding. That's fine, we can send troops back there once this battle is done. 15%, pretty decent. Get another 5k back in there. See some small Sicilian armies wandering around, but nothing that we need to be concerned about. The Holy Roman Empire, of course, has this Italian liberation revolt that they're going to be distracted by, but hopefully they'll be able to deal with that quickly. Let's see what's going on in Jerusalem. Okay, so we see Fatimid troops gathering. Let's see who else has joined, if anybody. quite a few emirs who are mostly vassals of the Fatimids. Okay, well, I think we can continue to ignore them for the time being. And if Aquitaine is going to follow us around here, we can send this army off in pursuit of England and get another battle here, I think. Hopefully in favorable terrain. And now our King of Galicia is starting a civil war of his own. Okay, are we going to catch you here? We are not. I don't think an organizer is going to make the difference there, even if we had one. But if we do that, we might be able to. Should be a relatively easy battle. Oh, I never appointed commanders here. Alright, we lost a siege to the Fatimids. I think they must have assaulted this. Which they are welcome to do. Yep, they've definitely assaulted that. So, if they want to throw away troops assaulting things, that's fine. We should be able to get down there and turn things around pretty quickly. Once we turn our attention over there, our brother here needs a focus. Already quite good at stewardship, so we'll double down on that. Go for thrift. Actually, this is already at minus 21. That seems a little dangerous. He is able to siege, or able to assault this, but it'll be costly if he does that. So maybe he'll be slowing down a bit at this point. Meanwhile, we're up to 77 against England. I think we're going to want to follow them and fight another battle, and then we might want to look at least bringing some troops down to Jerusalem. Oh, they just assaulted that, didn't they? And they didn't lose that many troops. Things might be a little more dicey down there than I was expecting. I think we might want to get on the way. Our strong kinswoman also needs a focus. We could go for a martial focus, but we're unlikely to be able to make use of it in any way. Well, let's do it anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and raise our 2 holy orders, which we can now afford to do. England's down to about 5,000. We'll send this army. We'll be leaving Aquitaine's army here behind, so... let's see, maybe another 5,000. I think this needs our attention kind of urgently. Already up to 42. Now I'm beginning to doubt whether we can even get there in time. At some point he's going to whittle down his troops enough that he won't be able to assault things, surely. You would hope. There's a county converted. Okay, so he definitely can't assault this. Unless he gets a whole bunch more troops in there quickly, which it seems is maybe happening. Beginning to think we might want to just bring our whole army and stop trying to siege this. Kaiser's army only is 2,000 strong here. I think we'll abandon at least this siege anyway. Our Holy Order is almost over here. Get you on the boats. We'll stop by here to pick up this army. Right, so we have 25,000 of our own. We could bring another 6,000. I'm so tempted to just fight England's army before we go. They're not going to get to 100 before we get there. Possibly I'm just being too greedy. No, we'll just go. Aquitaine's on the way down. They're going to be able to relieve this siege. Question is whether we just take our additional 6k here. Kind of think that we do. We'll stop in this way. As you ride through the empty corridors of your castle on your trusty wooden stick horse, you come across your regent, King of Galicia, getting ready for some fresh air on a balcony with his back turned against you, so we can have a chance of killing or wounding him. And definitely make him mad as hell, or we can gain some piety. We'll gain the piety. Let's get merged up and let's split this in half before loading onto the boat so we can split it up a little more conveniently once we get to our destination. The Kaiser has some troops down here. Are they sending troops around the long way? So it seems like a lot of other people have joined. Still all emirs or lower. And nobody has joined on our side. I'm getting a little bit concerned. He's assaulting again. Well, I guess the good news is going to be that this land is de jure part of our empire, so we'll always have cause to take it back. Not that I'm saying that we've lost this, but I think it might have been a little overly ambitious to not respond to this immediately. Apparently we have some troops down here. Alright, we have holdings in here, probably the Holy Orders that we vassalized. Knights Hospitaller. I'll just disband this for now. Alright, we're still pretty far away. Holy Roman Empire is helping. Let's see how things are going up here. There is a battle between Aquitaine and England, where England has the terrain advantage. Alright, well, we won't piece out of the English war or anything, but we'll keep an eye on the war score, and if it seems to be going against us, we might just take a white piece. I might have been too harsh to the courtiers at Gary, but Chancellor King Moelius managed to calm them down and even like me more just by giving them a half day off. Okay, so everyone likes us better. We can, however, gain prestige and annoy the king, or we can lose 64 gold and make him happier. Let's make him happier. Betrothed can marry the Prince of Aquitaine and our sister. Sure. More assaults. Looks like the Kaiser has put down his liberation revolt, though. We're losing so many sieges so quickly here. I don't think we're going to get here in time. Still pretty far away. Honestly, at this point, I'm beginning to wonder if we could have gotten here in time even if we had left immediately. He's offering us peace at 99%. We're going to decline. There's still a chance, right? Let me just check on the exact consequences of our loss here. He gains all the holdings in the Kingdom of Jerusalem, as expected. He gains prestige. He loses decadence. We lose piety, and Catholicism loses moral authority, so not any great penalty outside of the loss of land. Oh, the King of Norway offers to join. Well, that's timely. I accept, I guess. And... oh, I see. I think he's capped at 99% because there hasn't been a major battle and it hasn't been 36 months. Alright, so there's definitely a chance. What is the best way for us to turn this around, though? We have 30,000 troops here. I think he's got well over 100% war score in sieges. I think we need to land in some mountains and have a big victorious battle to have any kind of chance here. So if we land up here in Tyrus, they have about 35,000 nearby. Are we going to win that battle? I don't think they'll be able to get reinforcements up in time, but I don't know whether they'll attack us either. I kind of think we have to try it. Lost our Marshal, King Paul of Jerusalem. The Knights of Santiago, I accept. So I guess we can appoint Duke Rory of Galloway as our Marshal, though I kind of would like to have him as an actual general. We have another very good character here. I think he's currently rebelling against his heir after he tried, or not his heir, his liege, after he tried to revoke his title. So we may not have him for long. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go down as far as this mayor. Appoint him. And he's already relieved as commander, so we can send him straight up to train troops here and replace him as commander with Duke Rory. Okay, so now we're taking attrition up here, which we don't want. Let's get one of these armies back onto the boats and we'll land next door. Actually, just stay at sea for now, I think. Our kinsman needs a childhood focus. Diplomacy seems okay. Do actually land here, I think. And we'd like them to attack us in Tyrus. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay. So they're going to be here on the 22nd of February. We're going to have the mountains. We'll be at slightly low morale. We'll have Duke Rory of Galloway lead the center. He's an inspiring leader. Okay. So we absolutely have to win this battle, or this is quite literally over. I think this is the best chance we've got. Suppose that this guy and our courtier get married. Sure. Our reinforcements are going to be in on the 9th of March. And they're in. We've broken their left, but they do have 12,000 reinforcements on the way, who are going to start arriving basically immediately. Well, most of them are not arriving until the 18th. And we've broken the right too. Dare we hope? Back to equal numbers with those reinforcements. Broken the left, but now they've got another 18,000. I think they're just going to overwhelm us with numbers here. Yep, we've lost our left and right. We are vastly outnumbered. We lost the siege of Cardiff to England, meanwhile. And we lost the battle. Not unexpectedly, though apparently this didn't count as a major battle for purposes of this war. That seems incorrect. Let's get our boats out to sea and we'll try and get our army on them as quickly as possible. I think they're gonna just let us leave, which is fine. We're still only at 99% though, so maybe there's something we can do here. Battle was only worth 4%. Do any of our allies have any troops nearby on the way? Norway is sending. And it looks like the Kaiser might be sending a big army. Okay, so there could still be an outside chance. I'm not optimistic, but we'll see what happens. For now, though, we're out of time, so we'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.